Hiya! Have you seen the movie Coco? When Miguel goes to the cemetery and it's all decorated. Well, this is for real. A decorated cemetery where people come to celebrate with their dead. Welcome to Mixquic. In the south of Mexico City, you can find the magical neighborhood of San Andres Mixquic. People living here have preserved many traditions for generations. One of them is the celebration of the Day of the Dead. Depending on whereabouts you are in Mexico City, it can take you from 1.5 to 3 hours to get there by car during these days. Make it double by public transport. You must be prepared because this gets crowded, especially on the 2nd of November. Visitors from all over the world come to see the celebration, declared as cultural heritage by UNESCO. In Mixquic, the locals mount a spectacular exhibition, putting on display their crafting skills. So, one of the best things to do in Mixquic is wander in its streets. Besides the lighted cemetery, you will find a great display of beautiful murals in the streets, as well as several statues of catrinas. Cartoon characters, and many everyday death scenes. I have to mention the marvelous work of the school. You must go in to have a look at all the altars and figures they have created. These are made by the locals without any funding, so if you can, please donate some money for them. In the center of the neighborhood, you will find the main stage with performances of singers, dancers, and even theater plays. Although, if you prefer something more tranquil, maybe you will enjoy a trajinera ride. As a consequence of being such a popular event, there was a demand for other services. So, there is some sort of fair in the streets around the cemetery, where you can find all sorts of street food, drinks, handcrafts, and souvenirs in general. Over the years, it has become a symbolic place in Mexico City to experience this festivity. The Day of the Dead has an ancient root. When the Spanish arrived in Mexico, they found similarities between the festivities for the dead of the native cultures and their own. And with time, a mix of traditions emerged. Initially, the wealthy people, mainly Spanish, placed the altars for their dead in churches. Those who couldn't afford this decorated the tombs in the cemetery instead. Later on, people started to put altars in their houses, which is what many people do nowadays in Mexico. The tradition in Mixquic combines both. People place altars in their houses for their dead, and most of the houses have a cempasúchil path indicating the way to the altar. And you are very welcome to have a look at it. The locals are lovely people. Approach them to be pleasantly surprised. For instance, ask them about the traditional bread they placed in their altars, because you won't find it anywhere else. And if you want to know what elements are placed on the altar, watch our video and make your own. In Mixquic, according to the tradition, the dead arrive on the nights of the 31st of October and the 1st of November, and they leave on the 2nd of November around noon. To wish them a farewell, the locals clean the tombs of their loved ones on the 1st of November and start decorating them early on the 2nd of November to spend the night in the cemetery with them on the return journey. As the sun goes down, a mysterious yet joyful atmosphere surrounds the cemetery, evoking the past. The rising copal creating columns of smoke, the enveloping cempasúchil scent mixed with copal, and the flickering candle lights passing through the darkness of the night create a unique scene. Meanwhile, families talk to their relatives, sing songs to them, or cry. Contemplating the Mixquic celebration of the Day of the Dead is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. To show consideration, you can greet the families as you pass by the tombs. Just say, "Buenas noches." The entrance to the cemetery is free, and you can take as many pictures as you like. However, asking permission is always nice. You can say, "Puedo?" or "Me permite?" And most important, respect the tombs. Do not step on them. At some points, it gets so crowded that the only way to move around is by stepping on the tombs. But do this only with permission. Now, if you speak Spanish well enough, you can have a great talk with the locals. They are super friendly and they will answer any question you may have. If you want to know about other fantastic places to visit for the Day of the Dead, or if you want to know more about this tradition, leave us a comment. This was the celebration of the Day of the Dead in Mixquic, an ancient tradition guarded by the residents. If you visit, please be respectful. Plan ahead, and you might want to get a local guide. Bye now!